Hello, hello.
Hello.
It would
Hi,
help if I
guys.
unmuted myself. Hey, everybody. Welcome back to the world of Everlast. We're here joined by three of our adventurers today. Specifically, we have Luxalia, Belbin, and Yuki. Before we actually dive in, let's go ahead and have each of the players introduce each other. So I'm going to start off with Zill. He is our resident tank of the party. He is a champion in the ways of axe wielding. I know there's a few people out there that are really loving that. We have he has a pet mouse. That's kind of cool. That's something that everyone tends to forget about him. But he is not joining us today. So this weekend he hopefully will be joining us for the next session in June. But yeah, let's go ahead and move on to Luxalia. Introduce yourself, Luxalia.
Hello. So I'm Cole, but I'm playing Luxalia of the Silverwood, and I am the resident healer, and I am a shrine maiden of Amaterasu, and that is me.
Great. Belbin?
Yes, hi guys, I'm Connor. I play Belbin. He's kind of an old curmudgeon, but he is a martial artist. He loves punching things. Yeah, and he's just kind of a grouch overall. So
We love him, though.
you'll learn to love him.
As we all have. And then next we have Thordane. So Thordane is played by Jonathan. He is a woodland elf, and he's a ranger, and he is one of the support characters for the party of Eclaas Eeas. He serves primarily in wilderness travel, especially during the adventuring phase. That's where his stuff really begins to shine. He is not joining us this week, and again, hopefully he'll be able to join us in June. And finally, let's go to Dane.
Yes, hello everyone. Dane here, and I am playing the character Mistletoe Yuki, and she is a silver draken from the wonderful city of Flamonglith in the far reaches of the north. She is a bard, although she's not your run-of-the-mill supporty bard who just doesn't do anything in battle. She is classed in as a sword dancer, so she is has quite the prowess on the battlefield as well as in her charismatic abilities.
Awesome. And so that is going to be. Ooh, that might be a little bit loud. I have music playing on in the back. The players can't hear a lot of the music that we're playing, but we do have music going. Currently, where Eclaas Eeas last left off. Actually, before we do that, let's go ahead and jump over to this real quick. So please, for those who are joining us and watching us, especially those for the first time, Everlast is a game, a tabletop RPG that is currently in the processes of finishing up and being made. All of the content that we have is years in the making by myself and by Fantasy Forge Studios. So all of the stuff that we have, whether they're images, videos, audio, graphics, that kind of stuff, storytelling, especially a lot of the intellectual property that we have, we do have copywritten. And so don't take it as it'll be relatively easy to prove that it does come from us. So don't do it. Don't think about doing it. Just use it to enjoy. Follow along with us, and hopefully you get to learn the game mechanics before the game's official release as you watch the Adventures of Eclaas Eeas here. So let's go ahead and jump right back to our talk screens. Where the party had last left off, they found themselves in Takai Town for this celebration, this festival called the Celebration of Solstice. What this does is every single late spring into summer, it is a celebration, a fireworks festival to ring in the summertime in the Aishan Islands. It's this archipelago chain that's to the south of the continent of Everlast. And what it does there is it's primarily a vacation resort area. It's not always been that way, but especially during this sixth age in Everlast, it's become a big vacation, especially in the darkening days. There's been quite a lot that's been going on the main continent, some of which Eclaas Eeas, our players, have already experienced, such as fighting undead, such as some demonic energy that's been going on from the void on the main island. And after their successful attempt of ridding the Great Peninsula specifically of that, they decided to take a little vacation, which brought them all the way to Takai Town. On the ship of a sailor named Gunter Klaus. While the group has been there, they've been doing all kinds of things, shopping, having just a good holiday. They were brought in to be part of the watch, the town watch, and since then they are now on adventures in the jungle. They at the festival, they discovered that one of the people that they had met previously, an old woman, had something stolen from her by a man in a red skull cap, in a red bandana. The company chased them into the jungle in the middle of the night, and as they journeyed through, this is where we actually very first introduced to the adventure phase. And so everyone took on roles, everybody started making their way into the jungle before it got a little bit too dark, before it started to rain and all this kind of stuff, so they laid down camp for the night. Upon waking up in the morning, they decided to venture on a little bit more, found with a hidden path found by Thordane. They were able to stumble upon what looked to be a bandit camp with quite a few bandits in there. I believe there was around 18 bandits total that were in there. And so Thordane, scouting that out, he decided to go back to the party and diverge the details to the rest of the party, to which they came up with a plan to feign injury and go into the middle of this camp. These men, as especially Yuki and Luxalia found out, are quite unsavory. They're not the type that you want to probably bring home to mother, per se. and they just ended up just having issues, and immediately combat broke out, and jumping from all sides, you had Zill coming out with his axe, you had Belbin jumping over rocks and punching things, and then Thordane up on a rock shooting down at things. Intense battle ensued, and until finally they were able to rout most of the foes, leaving 3 individuals to talk. And that's where we're going to go ahead and begin our adventure. So I'm going to leave it to you guys.
Luxalia, did you tie them up? Did she tie him up? Luxalia, did you tie him up?
No.
I'll tie them up. I
Great.
guess I'll go. We'll get
I'm
to
gonna go
it.
off to the edge of camp and just take a moment, breathe, pray a little bit.
All right.
I'm a little shook.
Yep. Zill and Thordane, though Thordane's actually standing up on a rock, and he's kind of scanning the rest to see if there's any bandits in hiding in the wood. And Zill is doing what he can to help tie up the rest of the group too. These 3 bandits, all of them look not necessarily like the runts of the pack, but you could tell that they're relatively new to this way of life, especially after seeing the rest of their company like slaughtered in front of them. These 3 bandits are shaking in their boots, needless to say.
Well, I don't know about you guys, but I feel much more present after killing those people.
Yeah,
I'm ready to go today.
Melvin?
I was very absent-minded right until before this, so I'm happy that I could get out some of that anger. Are we sure we don't want to kill these guys though? Look at like they're just out there, like, put them out of their misery, right?
They like take a look, like all 3 of them take a look at Belbin, and he's just like coming over, just like grinding his hand into his fist, and they're just like their eyes just widen. They're just like as they're being tied up by Zill, by the warm embrace of this very strong individual, and they're like, please, please, please. And they look towards Yuki specifically to try to like get stop Belbin's advance.
Don't look at her, look at me.
I smile at them kindly, and I hand Belbin a piece of the chicken that I was enjoying on the park bench not but 6 seconds prior. And I'm saying, hey, Belbin, you're not yourself when you're hungry. And so I hand him a chicken thigh and let him get to that. So do you accept it, Belbin?
Yeah, I'll take it. I'll eat it.
Right.
I'm not sure I'm quelled. I'm still a little antsy, but...
And Yuki walks up to the 3 gentlemen, and she smiles at them very kindly, very charmingly, and she said, well now, see how that turned out for your group of thugs that happened to attack us. You shouldn't take advantage of young women when they're at their most vulnerable.
Make a influence skill check for me.
Yeah. Oof. That is a 9.
So you come across, you approach them in a relatively charming manner, but you come across with this sneer. It's kind of just like undertone of just sheer disappointment in them. And it doesn't quite have the effect that you necessarily wanted it to have, but it definitely strikes through to them. Right now, their minds are kind of just all over the place, just about, honestly, self-preservation at this point. And they're just like nodding, like probably most likely without really hearing what you have to say. They're nodding, yes, we won't do that again, we promise. Just, what do you want from us?
I smile at them and rubbing my arm, not doing too well. I took a few hits during that battle. I'm okay, but bleeding a little bit. And I take my hand just covered with blood and just rustle one of their heads with my bloody gauntlet and say to them, see this color red? We did happen to run into a gentleman wearing a red skull cap like you're wearing now, and I slick the blood through his hair. And I say to him, so, what can you tell us about this gentleman?
There's not really gentlemen that are among us.
Or gentlewoman.
Oh, yeah, there's not really gentlemen, as he said, amongst us. He kind of looks around. There's nothing quite gentle about the way that we live, but And then the last one is not even talking, but he's just like trying to like wipe the blood out of his hair. Even though they're bandits, like they don't want to be like disgusting, per se. Well, I mean, are you talking about the captain?
Oh, we don't necessarily know. We just know that we are guards here at Takai Town for the festival that's going on. Your captain got into some sketchy business, and we're actually after him. So, unless you tell us where he is, we're gonna.
They kind
I'll
of
sick my friend over here on ya.
And I'll enjoy every minute of it.
they kind of look like in amazement. Just the hearing the fact that you guys are like Takai Town guards. They are not used to seeing Takai Town guards like slay an entire like bandit brigade. But they do say like, well, if you must know, just this morning he went off into the forest. He had this piece of paper in his hand. He said, what was it that he said? Oh yes, he said that he was going to go off and find buried treasure. He said it was a treasure map. I mean, what is this? This is the 6th Age. What buried treasure actually exists on this island anymore, right?
Sounds like a good amount of booty for us. And I lean in close to the one who's being nice and talkative, and very kindly just give him a nice little pat on the face and say, "So, can you tell us, is your captain here at the moment?
He gives
We followed his tracks all the way through here."
He gives a fake smile. As we told you, he went off this morning. He went in that direction, and he points. Basically, like you had like the camp. There's like this like big rock face where there's like this door that leads into this cave, and then there's a small trail that cuts to the right, basically from where you guys are looking of that, into the dense underbrush. But like I said, he left that direction this morning. I'm
Is
not
there any
sure.
way I can see if he's lying
Yes.
about this?
Go ahead and make a focus skill check for me.
16.
He seems very truthful, but like he can't give you a whole lot of information based off of what he has. He like I said, he's kind of an underling. He's basically just told what to do, and he can only tell you what he really observes.
Is there any, like, around the camp itself, is there any, like, is it just the camp? Have we pretty much, is everything in the open? Are there, like, any places to hide? Did we get all of them? I'm just looking around, making sure there's no one coming to ambush us from the commotion we just created.
Thordane's gonna go ahead. He's kind of been spending time, like, looking around the outside of the camp. He's gonna go ahead and make a focus skill check. To which he got a 16.
A million.
Yeah, he hasn't found anybody. Actually, so much so to the point, one thing that's really interesting is you don't even hear much in the ways of nature. You hear the occasional bugs that pass here and there. Pretty chonky bugs for, a forest. Mm-hmm. But basically, it seems everyone is accounted for, either fallen or captured.
Okay.
Can I try to loot some of the bodies?
Absolutely. Okay. Yeah. So I actually have a new way to loot. I am going to have you just roll a straight up 1d16. Don't add any modifiers.
Okay.
14. Can I shake them down as well, the guys that are right in front of us?
Yeah, we'll do the looting first. Okay. What was your roll, Belvin?
Oh, 14, sorry.
14, okay. All right. Upon the bodies of these people, you do find 6 crossbow bolts. You find a dagger. This one's just a iron dagger, nothing super out of the ordinary. Leaned up actually against the side of a cliff, you find an iron warhammer. that's sitting there. And as you continue to go through just kind of some of their stuff, you could tell they weren't necessarily prepared for any kind of combat. And so other than just kind of like their mangled stuff, a lot of their weapons seem to be pretty worn. Nothing like worth much. But you are able to find some of those things, and you look around the camp a little bit, and you see that there is a long, skinny chest up against what looks to be a bunch of baggage.
Can I check it for traps?
Absolutely. Go ahead and make a knowledge skill check for me.
Hold on, let me pull up. Knowledge. 3.
3. Yeah, you look up and down this box, and it doesn't look anything other than a box. You actually don't even see that there's any kind of lock on it. It's just a leather box, and it looks relatively ornate. The leather's pretty premium quality leather that's on it, but
okay.
Yeah, there's no like lock or anything on it.
Okay. I'll just try to open it.
All right, you open it, and you do, and you see that there is a interesting looking item stuck in a sheath. It looks to be some kind of sword.
Okay. Can I grab it, unsheath it?
You do. So you pick it up, you unsheath it, and this blade is very much elven made. You have just found an iron sertang. One thing that's really interesting, especially compared to like the broadswords and the stuff that you generally find kind of your typical physical weapons, is on the blade itself there is Elvish written on it. They seem to be some kind of runes themselves. The blade itself, it is iron, but it's mostly silver. The handle is like relatively thin, and the blade itself is actually relatively thin, and it kind of has almost like a saber type look to it, and then its handle kind of comes down in a little bit of a hook up towards the fingers. It looks really good as far as just the way you're able to wield it. And actually, this is a blade that looks somewhat familiar to you. This is actually a sword that Thordane wields himself. It's what the Gladys is. Yeah.
Snap.
So I mean, it's just a regular iron. The Gladys is a heroic weapon, so it is a weapon of legend. Obviously, his is much finer quality. Like the fact that it's lasted millennia, where this in itself looks like a relatively new creation. But because it is an elvish blade, they've treated it with a little extra care.
I call over Luxalia actually after seeing that. I'm like, Luxalia, can you sense any like mana essence or anything inside this blade or?
Yeah, guys, come check this out.
Okay, I step away from my prayer, and while I was doing that, by the way, can I use Forest Spirit to calm myself?
Sure.
Cool.
Yeah.
Also, does Forest Spirit like work on just me or everyone?
Just you.
Cool.
Yeah, Forest Spirit's kind of a self-preservation type of thing.
I like it. 17. So 6 mana plus 1d8 plus 3. I'm assuming.
Oh, snap.
I'm assuming my my like modifier of a plus d4 doesn't apply to this, or does it?
Is this a healing?
Yeah, it restores 6 mana and 1d8
Yeah,
plus 3 hit
it counts.
points.
It's all healing arts.
Cool.
So.
Cool.
Thanks, son.
Alright, so I restore 12 hit points and 6 mana.
Yeah, as you spent some time praying, you really start to focus yourself, and this experience just kind of flustered you. I mean, you're in a location that's relatively different from what you had, and the fact that like now you've just started your journey and you've been roughed up pretty good, emotionally speaking. I mean, obviously you're not super physically hurt, but as that happened, actually, Kitsune's spirit just kind of comes and begins to calm you, and it has a really overwhelming effect on you, to where now you started like your spirit itself begins to be lifted, and so much so the fact that your wounds begin to heal.
Thanks, Kitsune. And then I hear Yuki and Belvin calling, and I'm like, all right, Kitsune, I'll see you again later. And I go and over to them, and I say, what's up? What are we looking at?
Look what I found. I found this nice Elven Sword.
Wow.
Can you check it out? See if there's anything weird going on with it?
Sure. I mean, I could tell you if it's holy or not.
That's exactly what I want.
It does it. It seems to be a whole piece of steel to me. I don't see any holes from here.
Zil kind of just looks at you and like laughs to himself.
You're funny.
Go ahead, Luxalia, and make an elemental skill check for me.
Okay. Sorry, I think I have Knower of Secrets. Emboldened on faith-based skill checks to determine. Oh, that's just location. Okay, never mind. We're good. Faith-based, or what? Elemental.
Elemental, yeah.
Nice. 19.
Oh, a 19. You're able as soon as you begin to hold this, the mana itself and the runes begin to glow in a faint green, and actually you see that like around the blade itself, there's like a small kind of just like gusting energy. This is a Sertang, an Elven Sertang imbued with earth element. It's an earth element Sertang.
Cool.
Well, I relay that to the group, and I say, I don't know how I'm so smart, but I just know these things.
Belbin, seems like you found yourself a pretty cool weapon. Are you
no.
gonna be moving on to a Saratang now, as opposed to those fists of yours?
We'll see. Right now, I'm just gonna keep this as a little treasure. I'll hang it up on my
Yeah.
mantle back home.
Yeah,
but
keister it. Sounds
until
good.
until then, I want to see. I'm gonna start talking to the guys we have tied up.
Thordane first kind of like looks at you like with a little bit of envy, even though he's got like a clearly much better sword next to him. Like it's an elvish blade, so that's something that he kind of like looks at like I kind of whatever. It's fine. Especially because like in one, so he has two sheets. So one is currently slinged on his right. That's where the Gladys is, and then on his left, he actually has just a regular broadsword, which isn't quite like the finesse that he wants to have. It's just a big chunky sword. That's what broadswords definitely are like heavier.
Does Yuki notice this longing for the Saratang?
Go ahead and to make a wisdom skill check.
That's a nat 1. So
Yeah, no, not at all.
Okay.
Yeah, Belbin's just like, oh yeah, this is sweet, and he just like puts it in his stuff. Yeah, exactly.
I was gonna offer a trade, but it's all good.
I'll go up to our little hostages and just kind of be waving in their face
Yeah.
and say, "What can you guys tell me about this little pretty lady right here?"
Ooh, that came in like last week, I think.
Yeah, last week I believe it was. Yeah, it was that one elven lad that we took over from Takai Town. Oh yeah. He had some really nice stuff on him. Yeah, very nice stuff.
And the one that hasn't spoken yet with the blood in his hair, he's just like,
Yeah, he was a very nice looking dude. Unfortunately, he's probably not with us anymore.
Fantastic. Then I think you just bequeathed this to me, and I'll put it in my backpack.
I go over to Thordane as this is all going on, and I relay the information of the direction that the bandits had seen the captain run off towards, and ask him, do you see any signs of that in the dirt or in the mud or anything?
so he's gonna go ahead and roll this with emboldened. I mean, you are showing him exactly the direction and everything, and his kind of specialty is tracking. So he's gonna go ahead and roll his check with emboldened. That's a 12. He does pick up on some tracks, and actually, again, similar. He can tell he's tracking the exact same person that you guys were tracking through the jungle. Kind of same like chopping fashion in the way that some of the foliage has gone. He doesn't travel too far outside the camp, but he's able to pick up on the trail pretty easily. Pointing that out.
I go over to, or as he's pointing this out, I say, I don't know if we necessarily should leave these bandits over here unattended. I mean, they're not much, but I don't necessarily want to get all uh, ambushed or anything on our way through trying to find this guy. Do you mind if you maybe go ahead and see if you can see how far he's gotten, Thordane?
Yeah, yeah, I think so. And so he goes on ahead, and Zill, he says, you know, there's actually a lot of really interesting things around this camp that I kind of wanted to take a look at. And he's kind of like eyeing like the cave. The cave definitely has like this like makeshift door on it. It looks like some kind of like crates or some kind of vehicle has been like dismantled, and the wooden fragments have been used to kind of make this rudimentary door onto this. You know, if you don't mind, think I'm gonna just like stay back here for a little bit, just to kind of keep an eye on them, make sure that they don't go anywhere, if you know what I'm saying.
All right, sounds good, Zill.
If they try to escape, use your axe.
Yeah, I've got a few things that I could do with them. No worries. And then these three look at Zill just like they saw just the sheer amount of hits that he was taking, and he's fine. Yeah, I don't think they're gonna go anywhere. Like his presence alone is relatively daunting. And plus, I think I'm gonna use these three to kind of collect some bodies. Plus, I have a few questions I need to ask these individuals. So,
Should we go ahead then? And I point towards the cave and ask see, do you think you got this by yourself? I don't want to leave you here if you're gonna get surprised attacked by anyone. They seemed honest in not having anyone around them, but I don't know. I don't really trust them.
Thordane comes back. He's outside of the bush. He's like, actually, yeah, I'm able to pick up on the trail relatively easy. He actually starts pointing, and he grabs a piece of parchment, and he starts to like draw out like a general like path trail for you guys to follow. He gives like all these kind of like directions. He's very aware of where he's at. I think I'm gonna stick back here. He actually continuously eyes Elven Sword. I'm also gonna stay back here and see if there's anything else that maybe we can get our hands on. If anything, just to return them to the people that they were stolen from.
Do I notice him eyeing Elven Sword?
Make a wisdom
Nice.
skill check for me.
Didn't know that's how Thordane felt.
He doesn't show a lot of emotion.
11.
11. Yeah, you do notice him glancing at it. I mean, not much. Like, you could tell, like, he's, like, fascinated by that because that's clearly, like, the best thing that, like, has been found in this camp. Other than, like, literally, like, there's, like, bags of just, like, kind of, like, half molding food. You do have to realize this is a jungle, very humid. A lot of, like, the wood, like, the wooden table, it's begun molding. A lot of, like, the foliage, anything that's pretty much made of wood. There's some sleeping bags that are made of some kind of feathers. Those have begun molding, so it kind of, like, stinks of just mold. It's gross, but this thing is a pristine blade, and so the fact that Thordane's looking longingly at it doesn't necessarily tell you that, like, oh, he wants that specifically, but it's just kind of the eye of everyone's attention right now.
Is the cave
I'm gonna-
door locked? Oh, go ahead. Let's
No, that's okay. I'm just gonna say to Thordane, it's alright, Thordane, your sword's way cooler.
He looks down and he touches the hilt of his Gladys, and a voice fills his ears. Yeah. Okay, Yuki, what was that?
Well, is the door to the cave locked, or is it like a barricade? It's not even like a door.
It's kind of a barricade. I mean, it's a door. You can tell that they've spent some time here. This isn't a area that has been like it's been lived in quite a bit. So it's a door. Do you want to make?
I want to turn to the group and give him a smirk. I'm like, it's been at least 6 months since I've attempted this, and I donkey kick it. I donkey kick that door.
Go ahead and make
I
a physical strength check for me.
That's a nat 16 with a +5.
Yeah, you explode this door. Yeah, you can
Felt
tell
good.
it's begun rotting a little bit, and it's just this thing just splinters into a million pieces as you just kick it and it just falls off of its hinges, and it reveals what looks to be a relatively small cave. It descends a little bit, but off a little bit to the distance, kind of like dog legs to the right, there is a faint fire glow coming from back there.
Okay. Oh, that felt good. And I'm just like very happy with myself. I've been waiting so long to donkey kick something. Well, it seems like there's a fire still lit in there, so I guess Thordane and Zill, well, if you guys want to check it out while we go and follow the trail, I guess that's a good thing. So if you could please do that.
Aye, aye, Captain, ma'am, lady. They're Thordane and Zill have got this, I think, under wraps. So
Okay.
So Yuki, are you saying we're gonna follow the trail and not go in the cave?
Well, it doesn't seem to go very deep. There just looks like to be a fire lit in the back, so I think it's just more just for a shelter. At least, I mean, if you want to look at it, Belbin, that's fine, but I feel like the more time we sit here, the further this guy's gonna get away, you know?
Yeah, maybe Thordane can check out the cave while we're gone and find another cool sword.
All right, I'm good with that. Yeah, the cave will still be there when we get back. We got our big behemoth guy sitting right out front of it, so.
And as this is happening, I'm actually going to take out a simple healing potion. Since we're not necessarily having our tank, I just need to top off. And I'm going to try to consume one little swig of it. So how much does that heal me? Just a simple
10.
10. Okay, that's better. Perfect.
That's alright, we could just throw Belbin in front and hope he takes most of the hit.
Sounds good, Luxalia. I like that idea.
Me too.
How do you feel about that idea, Belvin? You
Uh,
want to get
it's
your hands dirty, don't you?
just like old times.
All right.
Just like
Don't
old
worry,
times.
I'll keep you within an inch of life.
So, Belvin, do you want to take the lead on this one?
Yeah, I'll take the lead.
All right.
So
lead
grabbing
the pack.
the simple drawing, as far as Thordane was able to scout out, you guys are able to follow it with somewhat ease. Belbin, I'm gonna have you make a focus skill check with emboldened.
Nat one.
Sweet.
With emboldened, so
With
plus
So
emboldened.
3.
3.
3.
Do you have any other additions to focus?
Yeah, if it's a nat one, it's not. I still gotta add everything.
It's impossible
the
to critically
emboldened.
fail with emboldened.
Oh, great. So then it's an 8.
8.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're able to do so. It does take a little bit of time to be able to really discern some of the tracks. With the help of Luxalia and Yuki, though, you guys are able to kind of figure it out. You guys are starting to climb a little bit higher into this jungle. One thing that you have noticed is you can definitely tell at this point that it is the dog days of summertime. Or not dog days, I guess it's early summer, but you're really starting to feel it, especially after last night's rain. Each of you cannot help but constantly like sweat from your brows, especially Luxalia and Belbin. With all of your fur and everything that you got going on, you are just like kind of crumbling a little bit beneath it, this humidity. Yuki, on the other hand, is doing okay. She kind of just constantly is pretty cold-blooded anyways, but she is feeling this. But the closer that both Belbin and Luxalia get to her, the more comfortable that they are. But because of
I hate this heat. It's the worst. I wish I was back in Flamonglith.
Because of this, I'm going to have all of you make fortitude survival checks for me. Yuki, you're rolling with emboldened.
Oof. Fortitude. It's like the one under the.
Yeah, FOR. Yeah.
Yep. 10.
10.
12.
20.
Nice.
Holy cow.
All right. Yeah, you're doing okay. One thing that you're going to do is you're going to have to consume twice the amount of water, Luxalia specifically, to keep from gaining points of weariness after today. So I think everyone has a water skin on them. The relative.
All of us have a 1 point of weariness too, right? From
Yeah,
last
that's
session?
correct.
Okay.
Yeah. So currently what that means is a 1 point of weariness. In order to get rid of it, you need to sleep for 12 hours. Just doesn't have to be straight, but you have to sleep for a total of 12 hours. And within 12 hours within like a 24-hour span. Does that make sense? And then what it does is you have struggle on skill checks. So we should be rolling struggle on skill checks right now. And yeah, so it's a problem.
8.
Does that negate my? Then that it would have been an
actually not
18.
one.
It's
It would've
fine.
been
Well,
an
we'll
18.
start from now. But a struggle on skill checks, and when you guys do sleep, for every for all the healing with your health dice, it's reduced by half, and so your healing is reduced by half with health dice. So there
Hey,
are
it's okay.
certain...
When we sleep, I can hopefully help us get rid of this. It's okay.
Yeah, maybe we should like take a nap at some point.
We
We're
just
hot.
left the camp.
We're hot on the
Oh, yeah.
trail.
Oh yeah. I'm gonna drink some more water. Oh,
I feel ya, Luxalia. I
Woo.
feel ya.
the
Yeah,
vapors.
You guys continue to climb up and up higher into this jungle. It's weird because you can tell that you're making your way like up like this hill, the side of a mountain, but it doesn't look mountainous. Like there's vegetation in every direction that you look. Even the cliffs themselves are completely encompassed by moss, all kinds of foliage. And the sun itself is somewhat slightly beginning to set. But as you continue to go, Belbin, I'm going about an hour and a half passes. Belbin, I'm going to have you make another knowledge skill check with struggle.
Knowledge skill check with struggle. Give me a sec to find knowledge. 3.
3.
Nice.
Maybe I
Uh,
shouldn't be leading, guys.
Yeah, you've gotten to the point where it's started to become darker. You're feeling completely lost. Like you're going pretty much solely off of instinct. The heat itself not only has gotten to you, but it's kind of made your mind like a little bit somewhat delirious. And you all are starting to feel kind of some
Alright,
sleepiness begin to kick in a
All
little
right. Well,
bit.
I guess we should at the very least. We know where we're going. Well, are we still going in the right direction? Do we even know? Do we even know at all?
Belbin doesn't.
Can really quickly before we like continue on, can I just fly up above the tree tops and see if I can just see anything?
Yeah, absolutely.
Direction wise. All right.
So you begin flying, and you take off. You break free of the canopy, and as you do that, I'm going to have you make a fortitude survival check. Actually, no, an agility survival check for me.
Oh God, I'm so bad at that. Oh boy. That's a 10.
All right, yeah, you break through the canopy, and with somewhat difficulty, it's relatively thick, your wings are big, you break through. You look down upon it, and actually it is a beautiful sight to see. You see that off in the distance, way far off in the distance, the sun is just beginning to set, and you can kind of see the glisten off the waves. Back into Kai Town, you see again in the very very far distance lights from flames along the beach starting to go on, and you look around you, and you are into the thick of it. I'm not going to lie, you are like right what seems smack dab in the center. Off to kind of your north east direction, you see this kind of puffing of what looks to be a very, very distant mountain, but some smoke coming out of there. You look down, and yeah, you're definitely climbing up. You can actually see a fire has started somewhere a little bit to the south of you. From what you can assume is Belbin, or not Belbin, Zill and Thordane making their fire and just doing what they're doing.
But based off of that, I can kind of see the direction that we came from and the direction we were heading, right?
Correct. You are kind of making your way northwest from where you're at.
Okay. I fly down and I relay that information, and I kind of veer us in the right direction, just based off of what I had seen with our positioning from the camp from Thordane and Zill, and say, but it's getting pretty
Question
dark.
though, like, what do you know specifically what you're looking for though?
Yeah, I mean, we're looking for the dude with the red headband, right?
Yeah, but like
Yeah.
based off of that kind of flight, would that give you information to be able to?
Well, I mean, I was assuming that the reason I flew up was try to get us back on path for what we were from the direction we were initially heading. I'm assuming the canopy is too thick to even be able to see down from the
Correct.
top of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean,
So, yeah.
basically, you're able to just see your general location in regards, and you're not
Okay.
turned back around. Yes, you
Okay.
are still moving in a northwesterly direction, and that's pretty much where like you originally were being led, unless the individual made some kind of random crazy direction. You have no idea.
Okay. Well, I relay that information, and yeah.
What do you see with your dragon eyes?
Well, it seems that we're still heading in the right direction. So good job, Belba. I give him a high five. Good job. You did a good job. And
I
pat
don't
him on the-
return it.
Oh.
Let me know, Belvin, and I'll help track too. Let me know.
But it does seem
You
to
can-
be getting pretty dark. Like they're starting to light the lights down at Takai Town down yonder ways, and I can see Zill and Thordane had started to make a fire. So I don't know. Maybe it's probably smart for us to make camp for the night. I don't know how well we could do that, but
But didn't
Yeah, let's try to find somewhere nice.
but you guys said that he's just gonna get farther away.
it's nighttime. I can't imagine the dude's gonna be going too far at night.
Yeah, but what if we can sneak up on him at night?
Okay, well, we can continue a little bit more, but I feel a little weary after today's events, but we could try.
The vapors.
The vapors. We can try. We can go a little bit further, I guess, until at the very least on the way we can look for a place to rest.
Yeah,
If
let's
we
just
can
see if
see
we can
something.
find some like good
Yeah.
tracks or something.
All right,
if we start
Belvin.
getting a little lost.
All right, Belvin. Up to you, buddy.
All right, Luxalia, take the lead.
Oh. Okay. I'll try to track the
You
trail.
just said you could track.
I can try, but I don't know. You seem to be struggling at it a little bit, so we'll see.
That's why I'm saying it's all you.
Make a knowledge skill check with struggle.
Oh boy.
We're struggling.
I know.
We are struggling.
Nice.
Without Thordane. Oof.
Knowledge?
Knowledge, yep.
Okay. 14.
That's pretty good.
Ooh.
14. Yeah, you're able to kind of somewhat pick the trail back up. It takes you a good 20 minutes of looking though. And it's actually he started moving a little bit more eastern in the direction of from where you guys were. You were really moving high up into the mountains, western. So it's kind of pushing you back down into the valley a little bit.
Cool.
From what you could tell. I mean, again, it's a kind of just very similar, a general height, branches being cut. You don't see many tracks because it's mostly stone flooring at this point. But you're just kind of making your way through as far as where things have been cut. I mean, your tracking skills are nowhere near what Thordane's is, but it's not awful.
Yeah, I lived in a forest,
Yeah, those Glyvin nostrils are quite good at tracking, I hear.
True.
Not mine, apparently.
You're old.
Also,
Okay.
Yeah, that's it. All right, let's follow him. Guys, I found
Okay.
the track.
All right, Luxalia, let's go. Lead the way.
All right, how much longer do we want to go?
I don't know.
If we find somewhere along the way that we can camp, can we just getting pretty tired here.
Yeah, me too.
I need to
All
do
right.
my holy hour.
So,
Should
so
we-
no double pace, just kind of going at the same
Yeah,
pace,
oh yeah.
and then
Yeah, we're struggling. There's
Yeah.
no double pace happening
Been
here.
a long day.
okay. Yeah, you guys make your way, and as you actually descend down more into the valley, the humidity becomes a lot more oppressive. Yeah, it's the temperature itself isn't beginning to change, but like it's almost like become laboring to be able to breathe. You've noticed that the jungle noises and the things that are around the nature, like this is an area that there's constantly something, whether it's some kind of horrendous sounding creature in the distance, or even just birds fluttering above. You hear every now and then hissing of what you can only imagine to be snakes. There's moss hanging, and because the visibility is becoming, you don't know if these are snakes or bugs or anything that are hanging down, but it's just everything as it begins to get dark really starts to liven up as you guys continue going. So about another 2 hours have passed as you continue to walk.
Did we find any place that we could hunker down after hearing this?
I'm going to have each of you, because each of you were looking for this, make focus skill checks for me.
At struggle.
Yeah, with struggle.
Okay.
With struggle, that's a natural 1.
Oh! That was tragic.
Oh, I'm sorry.
-1.
It's so hot. It's so hot.
But I got a 9, guys.
Oh,
+3,
God.
so 2.
Thank God we got Belbin.
Maybe I should be the hearth
Watchman.
maker or whatever it is.
Yeah, maybe.
You guys don't really find a decent place to set down camp, but it's getting so much to you that you just pick a spot off the side of the road that's
All
relatively
right, well,
clear.
I try to start making a fire, and just like it's so hot. We gotta dry things out.
Okay.
Yeah.
You
Let's
guys,
make it less hot with fire.
Well, it'll help with the drying out the air a little bit, hopefully.
All right.
well, and especially with the bugs. Again, you light this fire, and immediately you just see all of these big creatures start to dissipate off into the trees.
The worst.
They're pretty nasty looking, and you've gotten so used to their just constant humming that the second that they go away, it's just like, whoa, it actually feels relatively quiet, even though it's still quite loud out in the jungle. But yeah, you begin to set up camp and everything, and you all have a camp rest action that you are able to do currently.
All right. Well, I'm going to play my instrument. So, everyone, please make a DC 10. What is it? DC 10 charm skill check. Oh wait, do I have to?
Everybody.
Oh, I
does.
make it for the party. I make it for the party.
Oh.
Yeah, with struggle.
Yeah.
Cool.
With struggle.
That's good.
Pretty good.
That's good.
+2.
Would have gotten a 10.
Okay, that is a. Oh God, math. That's a 16 total.
16
Nice.
total. Yeah,
Yeah.
you begin to perform, and immediately everybody's kind of anxieties begin to dissipate to a degree. Everybody now. So what exactly were you doing? Just the playing your instrument action?
Yeah, just playing the instrument. If I can, double it with like before we go to sleep, because I have a little skill that I can use where it. Oh wait, I think I have to be Hearth Finder for that.
Okay.
Hold on a sec. Go on to someone else. I'll come back. Come back to me. Come
Okay.
back to me.
Everybody
Awesome.
though gets +1 to survival checks to dissipate
Nice.
nightmares for your time. of sleep.
Nice.
Great.
Okay.
All right, I am gonna use my sweet skills of natural altar and ritual, and I'm gonna do some ritual prayer during this music session.
Okay. As you
And,
do
yeah.
that, so who is anyone willing participants in this?
Sure.
Actually, campfire entertainer is one thing that I have as well. Everyone gets emboldened to their skill checks with me just being around and
Okay,
performing.
so just
That's
normal
also big.
everybody right now.
Well,
Yeah.
they get emboldened from my ritual prayerness.
Well,
too.
perfect. Double emboldened.
And from my ritual and my natural altar, I have 3 emboldened. They don't stack, but still.
You basically the most that you can
Really
get is the
emboldened.
1 emboldened. So like you guys are right now at struggle. Dane's emboldened or Yuki's emboldened brings it to 0, and then Luxalia's emboldened brings it to emboldened.
Nice.
Okay. Question 2. Is our arena still there just because it's still in the action kind of thing?
Correct. Yeah. So
Okay.
all of your skill checks are still weariness.
Okay. Okay. So what's happening? We're praying. We're praying.
I mean, I'm praying. I don't know what you are doing.
I'm praying along with you as
So yeah,
I'm singing.
And
Singing.
Belden,
prayer.
are you participating?
I could also rest, right? Just,
So
like,
resting is not part of that action itself. You can basically right now what you can do is you can play an
contemplate?
instrument. You can contemplate
Socialize?
something, which basically it's like a knowledge skill check, and what that does is if you succeed, I can give you some information based off of what you're trying to contemplate. So I can kind of help lead you in the right direction. You can socialize. Usually that's pretty helpful if you have like NPCs in the party. Ritual prayer, you can go and forage. You can go and so that's basically you roll from the foraging table and get some herbs. Fishing, hunting. You can attempt to mine. There's not really any places to mine around you. You can
just, like,
eat a meal. Yeah.
Okay. I'll join you in prayer, Luxalia.
Cool.
All right. What are we rolling?
So it's going to be a DC 10 plus 2 for each point of vice that you have. Piety skill check.
Piety.
Yeah, piety skill check.
Plus emboldened. Because we're emboldened. Come on.
Heidi's so trash. Oh my gosh.
Okay.
It's a 15 though, so it's okay.
Okay.
11.
Mine's 9.
Okay.
Oh, and if you get a critical success, you take away something cool. Misery, I think. Yeah, minus
Whoa.
2 points of misery if it's critical.
Dang,
but if it's
that's
not,
so good.
However,
Then you just get to-
Luxalia and Yuki, you both restore mana equal to 1 times your faith modifier.
cool. And 1d6 because of my ritual ability.
Do you roll that or do we roll that? Luxalia.
You do, I believe.
Hey. Nice. Perfectly back at full mana. Thank you, Luxalia. Thank you for leading us an amazing prayer.
You're welcome.
Belbin, how about you? Did you enjoy that?
No, that was a waste of time.
Well, not surprised. You were looking at all the bugs. You weren't even paying attention.
That's the last time I tried that. Jeez.
Alright, well, who wants to take the first watch? I guess I will. I'll just continue to play into the night as we get some rest.
Okay. So yeah, everybody, I'm assuming, goes to sleep, tries to get some rest. I believe between you guys, if any of you have tents, you can attempt to set those up.
I don't believe
on
so.
your person.
I don't think I do either.
Gloof, do you have a tent?
It should be in your backpack.
Yeah.
So page 4 or 3.
I have a mysterious sphere. That's all
I
I have.
have a 2-person tent.
Oh, well, that's perfect. One of us can keep watch and the other 2 can sleep.
Cool. It's in my side strap. There you go.
Alright. I guess we set it up.
Okay.
Do we have to make a check to set it up?
No.
Okay.
Yeah,
Did it!
you know how to do your tent. You make your way.
Guys?
Those who go inside the tent, it's not necessarily canvas material. It's actually more of kind of like a leather-ish, not very breathable material. And so, yes, it doesn't help much in terms of the humidity. However, one thing that is really nice about it is it's pretty much doing an amazing job at keeping out any kind of bugs that's in. You can still hear noises and everything, but there's no bugs that are trying to eat you alive.
That's great.
That are in there.
Cool.
Yuki, go ahead and make a focus skill check for me. This is going to be at a -1.
Okay, it was a nat 16 -1, so that would be a 18.
18. Okay, yeah, you look into the night, and this jungle itself has begun to really work on your nerves, but that has allowed you to stay all the more vigilant as you continue to every little sound. You know exactly where it's coming from, and you look at the direction.
I'm doing this, I'm trying my best to like use my cold-bloodedness and trying to like will it out of my pores and then waft it into the tent for my partners. I don't know if that's gonna do anything, but that's what she's also trying to focus
Make
on
an
as well.
elemental skill check for me. At struggle.
All right. Well, oh, that was actually good. 13.
13. Yeah, actually, this like very, very faint chill comes in, and it helps a little bit, I guess. Doesn't have
blowing
any
my
effect
magical-
other than that they
Blowing
just
my
sleep more
magical
comfortably.
farts in there. It's all good. No problem.
Ooh,
It's
who
all
turned
good.
on the AC?
Smells like chicken.
Someone ate too many bananas.
Anyways, do I see anything?
So you look around, and actually, one thing that you do notice is there are a few creatures that you can see the eyes of, and they begin coming closer, but as soon as they get within a relative radius of the fire, they flee back into the jungle.
Can I tell what they were, or not really?
With that, you can tell that they are insectoid looking.
Ugh, I hate it. Disgusting.
Yeah, and like you can tell that like they're relatively large, probably just slightly shorter than Luxalia.
Nice. Nice. That's huge. That's
Yeah.
massive. Okay. Well, I just keep playing, trying my best to keep my nerves on it, like, yeah, and blowing my magical farts in the tent. You know, that's what I do for the next 2 hours.
Luxalia and Belbin, I'm gonna have you guys make mind survival checks at +1.
Ooh.
Okay.
So it's not a +1 to the roll; it's a +1 to the modifier.
Okay. 14.
18.
18 and 14. Both of you are able to sleep actually relatively comfortably. Actually, one of the things that you constantly reflect on as you just enjoy the sleep is not only were your bones so tired and your muscles so achy and just everything, like as soon as you hit the pillow, like everything was able to just relax. And the thing that keeps repeating in your mind was Yuki's song before going to sleep. Something that's really beginning to relax you. All your minds have completely cut out any noise. The tent itself keeps you safe from any bugs. Actually, this is a very good, well-deserved sleep. Until 2 hours later and someone's getting woken up.
I can take it. I'm a watchman.
I walk in, I'm like, whew, smells like chicken in here. And I awake Belbin. Like, do you still have some chicken on you, Belbin? It really kind of just smells in here.
I ate all my chicken.
All right, well, make sure you drink plenty of water, eat lots of fiber, because it doesn't smell right. And
Thanks, Mom.
All right, you're welcome. All right, and I go to sleep. I need to heal. What do I use for like my healing rolls?
You have to
this?
complete your 6 hours of rest before you
Oh,
get the benefits
okay,
of a
that's
heal.
fine. All right, that's okay. All right.
All right. Yeah, you kind of find your way in, and you begin to rest with chicken scent in the air.
Smells like chicken. Okay. You like the smell of your own gas. That's what
Yeah,
people
I
say,
guess.
at least. So, it's okay.
Belbin, go ahead and make a focus skill check for me at -1.
Okay.
And this is -1 to your modifier or to your roll.
Okay. 11.
11. Yeah, you.
I'm playing with my new sword. Just.
Yeah, as you do that, actually, it's really interesting because as it goes through the air, you can actually hear, if you can, I guess, hear this, but like the sound of like the air being cut, like a.
Sick.
Like you can tell that this is like very aerodynamic to be able to deliver very clean cuts for it. You kind of like try it off at some of the foliage, just seamlessly falls away around you. You haven't really been able to make it start glowing or like doing anything that Luxalia was able to do with it before, but it feels really nice in your hands. Definitely, like if you had to try to fight with it, you could use it, but it's probably not something that you're probably super skilled with.
Yeah.
It's different, but it's nice. It's very light as a sword goes. But even with that being said, you're not so distracted. You are still kind of keeping an ear out, keeping an eye out, keeping a nose out of the things that are around. You don't notice anything has approached the fire or the campsite itself. However, you do hear that there is a strange hissing sound coming from some direction around you.
Okay. And I'm looking around. I don't know exactly where it's coming from. Just I know it's behind me.
Somewhere around you. It's not necessarily behind you.
Okay.
But yeah, you'd have to get up and start like physically looking in order to discover. There's so much like underbrush or like stuff that's there that it might be a problem.
Can I like grab a stick either from the fire and take it with me for light, or can I just grab a stick to like hit the underbrush with?
Okay.
Just like hit the ground with it.
So as you go, are you going to take a stick from the fire or from the ground?
Let's go from the fire.
As
Okay.
expected, Belbin being just a caveman about things.
Yeah.
You head over to the fire, and one thing that you notice is the fire is kind of relatively out in the open. There are just like some trees, but the hissing that you're hearing is the sound of a rain beginning to fall on top of your fire. It's a gentle rain.
Okay.
So the hiss seems to be coming from the fire.
Okay. I'll take that. I'll sit back down, just kind of relax, keep watching. I'll be wafting my nasty farts into the tent.
Dear Lord, it's that chicken, I tell you.
It's the chicken.
Chicken. It just went bad, slightly bad,
It is
slightly
molting.
rancid. Oh dear Lord.
Yuki, I'm gonna have you make a mind survival check at +1.
Mind. That is a 12.
12. Yeah, you're sleeping pretty well at this point. So
Sweet.
cool.
like
That 2-hour watch is over. It is nice. It is muggy. It is chicken scented and lovely.
Dear Lord.
Luxalia, it is your turn to now keep watch.
Cool. I am going to take watch. I wake up and I'm like, chicken must have gone bad. And then I go outside.
Yeah, you go outside and you make your way, kind of switching spots with Belbin. Belbin goes back in, sheathing his sword into the tent to get a night of rest. Luxalia, I'm going to have you make a focus skill check for me with struggle.
With struggle or -1?
With struggle. Because you're not a watchman, so... Yeah, they get a +1 to their rolls.
Fair enough. 11.
11?
Yeah.
So what exactly are you looking for? Just the general perception, making sure just that everything is nice, or...
I don't want, like, anything's attacking our camp, coming too close, danger, you know,
Yeah.
the huge.
So one thing that you have noticed at this point, it's getting pretty late into the evening. There is something that is out in the distance, and you can hear some rustling.
There's a vessel in the bushes.
What this is, it sounds big. You can hear kind of just like groans. I mean, it seems relatively far away, but it sounds like something is lumbering through the jungle.
Nice.
You hear just kind of like not labored breathing, but deep, heavy breathing. And the sound of something being dragged.
Oh.
I thought it was Belbin's acid reflux.
Wouldn't surprise
Do
me.
I know if,
You're in my tent.
in my survival wisdom, do I know if I should put the fire out or keep it going?
It seems far enough away, but it's pros and cons. So, like, in order to risk attracting attention to yourself, you could put it out. However, the fire's what's keeping the bugs away currently.
Yes.
So, like,
Well,
the fire itself scares away a lot of. I mean, it attracts the attention, but it also scares away a lot of like the wildlife.
Okay.
If there is something out there, it's definitely drawing attention to the group. It's up to you.
Okay. I'm gonna not put it out completely, but I'm gonna let it kind of smolder down
Okay.
a little bit. I'm not gonna keep it going as much.
So
that
you're
it's
gonna
still there, but it's
you're gonna
not
have
be
to
as-
kind of still keep tending to it while that's happening though, because
Yeah.
it is sprinkling and it is raining a little bit.
Yeah.
And so as it kind of goes out, like it's starting to become embers. It has become very smoky, which the smoke is good because that's kind of what you need in order to keep the
Yeah.
bugs away. Yes, I'm gonna have you
But like
make
light-wise down. No
Yeah,
less
yeah, yeah.
light, more smoke.
absolutely.
Luxalia not wanting light?
I know. What has the world come to?
The jungle changes people.
True.
After you've done this, it's been about 30 to 40 minutes that have passed since you've heard anything. But I'm gonna have you make one more focused skill check with struggle for me.
All right. Oof! 0.
0.
Great.
Yeah, pretty much. Your sense of smell for sure is completely overwhelmed, and your sight is relatively obscured. So like the smoke has actually kind of turned its way against you.
Like the worst of both worlds.
It's great.
Yeah.
Smells like chicken too.
All right. Well, if I don't hear anything as I end my watch, I'll like relight the fire and then go to bed.
Okay. Yeah, it sounds just regular jungle noises, and as you begin to relight the fire, you're having a very difficult time. You're dealing with wet wood at this point. And so you just get embers, and you're not, before, like when your watch ends, you haven't successfully relit the fire.
Cool.
So, alright, that's, each of you have 4 hours of
under-
sleep. So,
Well, I need
Yuki, get
I
out
need
there!
to, all right. I wake up and I'm like, oh, how did the chicken get so bad? Oh. And I just walk out.
it's
and
actually more
just,
like barbecue now with the smokiness.
Oh my god! And just my eyes sting, and I'm like, "What? Look, Solly, why didn't you tend to this?" And I tried to like do my best to like try to make it go back.
I heard noises. Good night.
All right. Is there anything I can do as far as the?
Well, what do you want to do? You want to
Ending of
like
the fire. Alright.
observe, or
I'm wondering if I have any action. I'm a freaking silver dragon. I don't think I have anything fire related. I don't remember. Oh, Gildan Flame Blade. I don't have that yet. That would have been so nice. I have. Let's see. I have. Just trying to light it. I have a something called Rhythmic Light. What is that? Light up 4 orbs.
3 orbs.
3 orbs. And let's see. What kind? Because they explode. What kind of explosion is it? Is it a fire explosion?
Yep.
All right. Well, I'm gonna pop those suckers out. Use my rhythmic lights to try to help that get it going. I guess.
Okay. Yeah, rhythmic lights begin to play a little ditty, and it only lasts for as long as you
30 minutes.
But
30
you
minutes.
have to continuously keep playing for it to
That's true.
stay. So
Very true.
You're sitting there and you begin playing a song, and all of a sudden, about basketball size lights begin to like float around you, and they're like fiery orbs, and this sheds quite a bit more light than the fire was itself.
Great.
Make
Well,
a
I'm gonna
make
focus.
a focus skill check for me at +1.
Okay, that
Are
is.
you throwing a rave out there? What the heck?
It's like all I could think of is like that one episode of SpongeBob with the jellyfish.
Yeah. That's a 17. It really is a rave out here. so I'm focusing as best as I can.
Yeah, these lights begin to, and they circle around you, so they center on you. So no matter where you go, the light's being cast directly from you. Yeah, you. One thing that you see is there is something big has come through here not too long ago. You explore a little bit around the camp, and you can see that there's like trees themselves that have been splintered, and you've actually picked up on some kind of trail that looks like something heavy is being dragged.
Well, I see that gives me the nerves, and does it seem like it's long gone? I know it's raining, so it's probably hard to tell as far as I'm not great at tracking or anything, but does it seem to be recent, it coming through, or?
Relatively. I mean, like, you can tell, like, the crack of the tree, like, the tree bark inside is fresh.
Alright, well, I will just, like, go inside the tent for a little bit unnerved by that.
Yeah.
And still try to light the fire.
And
but...
so you're inside the tent trying to light the fire?
No. Yes, I'm inside the tent trying to light the fire, and because it's dry in the tent, right? And then I'm gonna bring it back out and try to reposition it. You know what I mean? You know what I mean?
It's a little cramped in
Can't
here.
hear you, Connor.
I'm gonna kick Yuki because it's a 2-person tent. There's not enough room for you.
It's like daytime inside the tent now. It's fine. All right, I'll stay outside after Belvin kicks me in the butt. And I keep trying to light it as best as I can.
Okay, I'm gonna have you make currently for me. Are you trying to light it with the lights, like the
Yeah. That's why I did them. Is because they explode into flame.
Yep. Immediately the fire is lit. The first one kind of smolders a little bit. Second one, small little ember, and then the third one, you have a roaring fire now.
Right, and I attempt to feed it to get it back to its full strength that it was.
And yes, it works successfully.
All right,
able to do that.
Sweet. Anything else I have to do?
You hear a noise off in the distance.
Is it big? Is it small? Is it a bug?
You hear.
Is it language? Is it obviously language, or is it like bestial roar?
It's a mixture of both.
Alrighty then. Is it far away? Is it?
From what you could tell, relatively, but obviously enough for you to be able to like discern that they're speaking language. What languages do you know?
I know Draken and Everspeech, I believe, and Elven.
Okay, yeah, you have no idea.
All right. Well, I am disturbed by that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to slightly. Is it still raining out? By the way,
it's like lightly sprinkling.
All right. Is it still smoking up a storm, the fire, or is it
Not
good
so
now?
much.
All right. I'm gonna attempt to. No, I'm not gonna do anything to it. I don't want this fire to go out because the bugs unnerve me more than this sound does. Yuki, at least for the moment. So I'm just gonna keep a careful watch for the rest of my time.
Okay.
So.
Belden. No, not that. Yuki, you are going in. This is an opportunity to wake both Luxalia and Belden up, unless someone wants a little bit longer sleep.
Who's
Did I still get my 6?
Yeah, so you guys have your full 6 hours of sleep.
Except for Yuki.
Yeah, except for Yuki.
Sucker.
You know what? Just because it's the order and I'm not really doing it, I'm just gonna wake Belbin up since he's a watchman. He's better at it than Let's Play right now. So.
Alright, I'll get up.
Sorry, Belbin. There's a scare, and I relay the information to him that I heard something real scary. It sounded kind of like language in the distance. Just make sure to keep an eye out for that. It unnerved me, but the bugs are worse. So, yeah.
Okay.
But the bugs are worse.
But the bugs
Good to
are
know.
worse.
Coming from Japan, the spiders have started coming out. And they're
yep,
big
they
ones.
have, and they're horrible. Anyways,
that big, and they're babies.
let's not talk about that.
Anyways, yes.
Yep. All right, I go to sleep. And what do I heal? 2d whatever, 2d8. Do I get that every time I sleep or not?
You have to wait till you've completed your rest.
Oh my gosh.
Yep.
Okay. All right.
Belbin, you have completed your rest. Go ahead and heal 2d12, and that is halved.
Okay. Okay. We'll do.
But he's no longer he's no longer weary though.
True.
No, you have to sleep 12 hours, right?
Correct. It's a 12
But
hour
I
sleep.
did the song. I did the song.
Which
so
song?
the weariness went away.
Which
The
song?
song that made the weariness go away. Like the playing the instrument thing. It's one of the actions I can do. It's a 2-hour thing.
I don't think that gets the weariness away.
Yeah, +1 check. If the players instruments themselves, they succeed on their check, they can go to sleep with good spirits, granting them sleep with 2 hours. Within 2 hours they play, yeah, blah, 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 granting them power to 2 sleepless hours. Each gets one. Oh yeah, I guess it doesn't. It just helps with survival checks.
So
So
you all
Gotcha.
were good.
Never mind.
None of you got nightmares, so that's good.
yeah,
Did Yuki check for that?
I did. I rolled pretty
Oh.
good. I got like a 12 or
I
something.
remember
Yeah,
that. Cool.
it's pretty good.
Yeah, the morning, very, very early morning has begun to break. Belbin, you, with the information that you were given from Yuki, how much information did you end up giving? Everything?
Well, I basically told him that I saw a scary trail. I tried to light the fires again, and then when I did light the fires, I heard a scary language, guttural growl in the distance, and I pointed to the direction, basically. I'm gonna just keep an eye out for that. That
Alright.
was scary.
Belbin, I'm going to have you make a focus skill check at +1.
Sweet.
Okay, hold on. Let me get my D16 back. Focus, you said?
Yep.
19.
19. Yeah.
I'm very focused. I feel good after that sleep.
Yeah, very honestly, very, very good. You notice that the rain not only has begun to start to fade as the light begins to pour through the canopy. You have picked up hot on this trail. In fact, not too far ahead of you, you have noticed an enormous cliff and what looks to be something big being dragged behind giant footsteps that descend into the cliff somehow.
Oh.
Can I go over to that cliff and just look over? Like, how
Sure.
far away is the cliff from the camp?
I would say it's
I don't
about
wanna leave watch,
a
but-
5-ish minute walk.
So I would be leaving watch to do this?
Correct.
Okay, let's do that.
Okay.
Great,
yeah,
Melvin. What a watchman.
you make your way over, and actually, we're gonna jump to the.
Is there a battle? Oh no. Balvin, what did you do? What did you do?
I'm just looking over the cliff. I haven't done anything yet. I
No,
might
so
be...
the cliff rises up in front of you, not a descending.
Oh,
cliff.
so... Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So it's a cave?
So wait, and I saw the guy, like, or I saw something big dragging something up that cliff face, right? Is that what you're
not
saying?
necessarily up that cliff face. So as you can see, Belvin, you are currently right here. As you can
Okay.
see, it winds its way through here, and the trail itself just vanishes right here. You don't know if like the thing has climbed up the cliff or what, but the trail ends right at the base of the cliff.
Okay, is it still dark out, or is it...
Oh no, the morning is breaking. Again, it's very early morning, and some lights begun to seep through the canopy.
Okay. Man. How can I tell how fresh the like tracks are?
Very fresh. Actually, to the point where the mud itself like has been smeared. And so actually the rain itself didn't do any favors, and honestly, what you can tell is whatever made this was not attempting to cover its tracks. It just clearly couldn't care less.
Okay. I'll go back to camp.
So you make your
And-
way back to camp.
I will finish out my watch, thinking that since Yuki told me about this, the thing is either moving really slow, we'll be able to catch it, or it's not scared. It won't be scared easily, is what I'm thinking. So that's my mindset. I'll just go back to camp
Okay.
with the intent of coming back with the party, I guess.
And everybody finishes their rest.
Oh, I feel so good.
Go
Carol
ahead
those dice.
and roll. I believe for both Luxalia
2d8.
and Yuki, it's 2d8, and then it's half rounded down.
Oh, where are my D8?
Question.
Yes.
On my sheet it says 2d8 plus my fortitude survival check.
So that's
that?
like per level. That's how many HP you gain. As far as
Oh.
health dice go, it's just the D8. I currently have 2d8.
Okay, gotcha.
Guys, I
Okay.
literally feel like I just got 5 points back, and now I'm just not feeling great at 69 HP. Not feeling great about that.
Oh.
Do you want me to hurt you real quick? Yeah.
No, it's okay. I'll take it.
No. I mean, like, I can heal you.
No, it's
A little
okay.
more.
It's okay.
I can
I
top you
just-
off.
that number makes me uncomfortable.
Luxalia, what's your HP at right now?
71. And I slept for 8 hours.
Pretty good. All right, yeah, you guys. I'm assuming you tell the information.
Yeah, hey guys, I followed some tracks that just end at a mysterious cliff that goes vertically, and I think we should check it out. It was a big thing that was dragging another thing. It looks like
Yeah,
it
that
might
thing.
be some fun.
So you're telling me, Belbin, that you left both Luxalia and I here defenseless while you just went venturing off in the woods?
I came back.
What a
You guys were
watchman you are.
fine. You
Yeah,
guys were
yeah.
fine.
Yeah. 2 innocent ladies just sleeping in a tent in the middle of a forest.
Luxalia's not as innocent as she
sure.
looks.
All right. Well, I will just grumpily make my way
Glare
out
at
of the
Belvin.
Yeah, you guys pack up camp and everything. You extinguish the fire and just follow Belbin to
right.
the location.
All right. Well, I see it. I see the location.
See you guys, and it's right over there. The tracks just stop.
Well, I'm not very sneaky about this, so do you want to check it out, Belbin? I'm not great at that kind of thing. I
Yeah,
don't mind hanging back, but
I'll stealthily get closer.
Okay. So go ahead and make a stealth skill check at struggle right now.
Ooh, that's an at one.
oh,
You make your way and you continue walking. All of a sudden, a rope grapples along your leg, and you get pulled up into the treetop.
Yeah,
You have been
alright.
snared officially.
all right. I sigh to myself, and I'm just like, oh, Belbin, and I fly.
Go
Yes.
save him.
Yeah, I fly up and take out my my broadsword and cut him down.
Yeah, you do that relatively easily. And
Dear Lord, Belbin, come on.
are you catching him, or are you just letting him fall?
I mean, I'm holding one end of it. I'm holding the end that he's part of it. I'll let him down nicely.
Okay.
I'm not just gonna let him fall, despite him being a Nimrod.
Hey, you guys should be
Belbin.
happy you didn't get closer, because you
all right,
guys would have
Belbin.
been defenseless for hours.
It's true. I will give you one more chance at this. Whack
And
my
then
finger
what?
at him. He doesn't even want to find out, and I just whack my finger at him.
So what are you both doing right now? Are you both on the ground? What are you doing?
I'm slightly flying, I guess. That's what I was doing. So
Am I still tied up? Have you freed me, or are you just holding
Yeah. I cut you down. I cut you out of there.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna have you both make dexterity survival checks for me.
Well, that's
or,
nice.
Agility survival checks for me.
Gosh darn it.
Cool.
Oh. Okay, that's bad.
Still -2?
Nope, it's a survival check. So
That's
Okay,
a 6.
cool.
That's a 6.
14 for me.
Solid,
Okay.
sweet 6 right
immediately, out of this bush, you hear a rustle, and Belbin actually triggers something on his foot. Some kind of rock just like is kicked out of the way, and immediately out of the bush, this big comes and swoops. Belbin dodges out of the way. It's this wooden spikes, like on a log. Yuki, go ahead and make a fortitude survival check for me.
Oh no! Oh no!
It just impales your shins as it like takes you away, and you like fall down, and your head slams against the jungle floor, and it just
That's
like,
an 8.
pulls you into
That's not good.
Okay.
Yeah.
You take 31 points of cutting damage as this thing just impales you and drags you along the ground.
Oh, Belvin! What the hell? Fine, it's fine. It's fine.
Yeah, so this is what we're looking at.
I'm bleeding.
Yikes.
Ah,
Yeah,
I'm
go
gonna-
figure.
I'm gonna heal Yuki.
My
Okay.
legs! My shins!
Yeah, Yuki's basically like unable to like walk right now. She's just like crawling. She's crawled up
Bent
to like
up
the thing
in
and
a
it's just,
weird
like,
position.
yeah,
Great.
it's not good. It's a pretty
Glad I've
gross
done
sight.
that already.
And one thing that you'll notice
I can
is
see the lights.
around this bush itself, there is a lot of blood, and some of it looks old and dried.
I heal Yuki 27 hit points.
Oh, Natalia, you're my savior. I hug her. I hug her.
If I'm within 10, then, and if Belbin's within 10 feet, then we both also heal, what is that?
You heal
16?
Belbin. Belbin is not going to be within 10 feet.
Oh, okay.
I'm full health though. I
I'm
don't
sorry,
even need it.
27 you said? Cool. Alexa?
Yeah, 27, and I heal 16.
Okay.
That's right, 11 times 2 is 22, plus 5, 27, and then 11 plus 5 is
Yep.
16.
What do you guys want to do? Examine the trap? You want to
I
continue
hold
forward?
Luxalia in my arms, like, oh, where did you come from, Malavnia? And then I scowl at Belbin.
I got you!
I just,
Belbin's just in the same place, just like...
Like, should have jumped
All right.
next time.
I guess let's look for traps. I scour the ground. I'm still, I guess, technically flying. I guess.
Well, so what ended up happening is you were like hovering and you were flying.
Yeah.
And what this thing does is it's normally supposed to hit like average sized people right in the chest. Shorter people right in the head and like impale you that way. Because you were hovering off the ground a little bit, it got your shins, and what it did is it caught your shins, and you went face planting this way and got dragged with it.
Good thing I was flying because I didn't get one hit KO'd by that thing. I played enough Bloodborne in my day to know what that thing does. Anyways, I am going to look around for any traps.
For any traps, okay. Go ahead.
Or any more traps.
Make a. So one thing that you guys do have to your advantage here is you have a general display of what you have in front of you. So if you want to investigate anything specifically in particular, feel free to ask about it. Hover over it with your mouse and ask about it.
What is that thing on the island? Right there.
You want to go investigate that area?
I guess. Yes. It's scary looking.
So Yuki makes her way over to the edge of this water. It's a small little lake. You can tell that it like trickles off into a grander river. But in the center of this, there seems to be a rock protruding out. Go ahead and make a focus skill check for me as you make your way over.
It's a 16. Not natural.
So you kind of fly,
Dirty,
you're-
as I like to say.
You're able to land, and you see as you uncover it, it looks to be some kind of bones.
It looks big. It looks real big. Is it big?
Go ahead and
gosh.
make a
Oh,
knowledge skill
gosh.
check for me.
Oh no.
With struggle.
Okay, well that was a nat 16. Gosh darn it, struggle. 14 plus my knowledge is bad, I think. Plus 1. 15.
15. You notice that it looks like the head of an axe beak.
Ooh.
It's the skeletal head of an axe beak, and close to its like laying at the ground next to it, looks like to be some kind of arrow.
Oh.
Attached like at its feet, or I guess.
Is it big? Is it a big ol' arrow or is it just a normal arrow?
It's a relatively. I mean, it's a arrow that you'd fit into a normal bow, but it's decently long.
I grab it and then I fly back to the group.
Go ahead and add to your inventory beast slaying arrow.
Disgusting arrow. Okay, sounds good. All right. Okay. Sounds good.
What
I'll
did
give
you
that to
see with your
Thordane.
dragon eyes?
There was an axe beak just dead there, and I found this, and I hold up the beast slaying
Was
arrow.
it? What was your axe beak's name?
No, it wasn't Yukio. Don't you dare.
Oh,
say
good.
He's a good boy. He's a good boy. He's
Okay.
back at the.
Wasn't
He's back at
Kevin.
Takai. Back at Takai Town.
Oh, good.
Living the life as he should be.
Good,
All right.
good.
Okay. What else does anyone else want to explore? Again, hover over and click, or not click, but just hover over.
Can I go? So right here is right where the tracks ended, I believe.
Correct.
Can I, searching for traps along the way, can I go and investigate that?
You can go ahead and make a dexterity skill check at struggle for me.
10.
10. Yeah, you're able. You're looking very suspiciously, especially around this tree, but you don't notice anything. It looks like you've already activated whatever trap is there. You continue to move forward, and it seems relatively clear, but you make your way over to the wall. You do notice that it very much stops. However, one thing looks a little bit odd to you. It doesn't look like there's any like mud or anything that has been caked up onto the sides. But there is very clearly a door here. It's like stone, like completely stone, almost like a boulder that's been rolled in front.
Okay.
But it is, very clearly an entrance to some kind of cave.
Guys, I found a tomb over here. Should
Ooh.
we,
Does it need a donkey
Going-
kick?
a donkey kick would probably do the job.
Oh, okay.
Are you sure we shouldn't just like speak friend and enter?
You can try.
You could try. He looks like what? Really quickly, as I'm heading up that way, there looks to be like another small little cave, right? Like on the edge of the pond,
Okay.
as well.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just gonna peek my head in there stealthily, as stealthily as I can.
Make a stealth skill check at struggle.
Yeah. I shouldn't have done this. That's a 9.
9. You peek in, and what it looks like are some bones. Make a agility survival check for me.
Dear, oh gosh, dear Lord. Oh, that's good. At struggle, I'm assuming. 16.
16.
Dirty 16.
Yeah, you back up just in time as a snake comes out and just.
Can I grab it?
Do you want to try?
Can I grab its
Skill
neck?
check.
All right. That is a 10.
Yeah.
Struggle.
No, it's a big chonker. It's like almost anaconda size. It's
All right.
and it comes out and it begins slithering and hissing. One thing that you have noticed is the bones of whatever this is. It looks like it's like relatively regurgitated.
Ooh.
Yeah, you could tell that this snake is what got this.
Well, I am just gonna walk away from that sucker. Or I guess fly away from that sucker.
Hey, what'd you find?
It's a snake.
Oh.
Yeah, I think it's just leave it alone. It's just sleeping or something. Just gonna leave it alone.
So, are you looking
Do it
for
as
anything
like-
in particular?
Nope, I'll probably, stealthily / not stealthily, but like warily Bewaring of traps. Head over toward Belbin, and then I'll just kind of follow along with the party.
Okay, make a. So, which path, just in general? Can you like show me?
Sully,
with
do
your
you want me to
mouse?
carry you? I can carry
That
you.
would be great.
I'm gonna carry her over to
You
him.
guys make it over there with 0 issue.
Yeah.
Cool.
These wings come in handy occasionally.
I know.
Do you want me to expend any stamina for that?
Yeah, I mean, you were up in the air for a few minutes, so whatever the rules are on that.
Yeah. Sounds good.
Okay.
I think I have to roll for it is the thing. So should I roll for it? I roll for it. Hold up. All right, continue. I'll do it as you're.
All right, looks like Cole's peacing out. We will see you next month.
Okay.
All right,
Bye,
see ya.
Cole.
Bye, Luxalia.
Bye, Cole. Bye, Luxalia. Thank you. All right. Well, that was good. So that's only -2 stamina. So that's good. Perfect.
Perfect. 1 second as we pop Luxalia up.
Luxalia's got a performance, so wish her the best of luck, everyone. Good luck,
So
Luxalia.
what did you do, Yuki?
Just flying. I just had to check. So I just consumed 2 stamina for that. So.
Okay, what are you guys doing with this very obvious door? Are you still attempting to donkey kick?
No. I just gotta see if there's any latches or anything to like open it. Or is
You
it
don't want to
just, like,
donkey kick it?
fence? I mean, is it just a stone door?
Yeah, it looks very clearly like a stone.
Oh, I don't think I
Should
can
we
do
roll
that.
away the rock?
Yeah, see if there's the tomb's empty. Maybe it's the 3rd day. Maybe we'll be lucky. All right.
Maybe there'll be a body in there. It's the 2nd day. We're a little early.
Yeah, it's true. All right, I guess we'll try. I'll house the spellbend
So-
trying to open it.
I think we should get to like the side of the door just in case it's trapped right
Oh,
after
yeah.
we open it.
Yeah, there was a snake down there. I know all the traps. All right.
So can we try to like push it out of the way or something like that, or roll it away?
So one thing that you do notice is it's not like out in front. It looks like this boulder's on the inside of this
Oh,
face.
the heck. All right. Belvin, do you want to help me donkey kick it?
Yeah, I can help you,
try.
donkey.
All right.
Yeah.
All
We'll
right,
donkey
I'm
kick.
gonna have both of you make strength checks with me, or physical skill checks for me.
Yeah.
No modifiers or anything, because you guys are doing this together.
13.
17.
13, 17. You do. Boom. You guys each take
Sweet. That's what I was expecting.
5 points of impact damage as
I'll
you
start
just straight up just punched or kicked a wall, a stone wall. You're feeling it in your joints.
Oh, well, that probably wasn't the smartest idea.
Yeah, especially with those
prob-
rolls, you went at it with all of your strength.
Yeah, we probably did it. Probably woke up whatever was inside. Is there anything like any like grooves, a door handle, or anything?
Make a knowledge
Are
skill
we
check for me.
Oh, okay. I'm not good
With
at these.
struggle. Again, it keeps getting to you. You're really struggling.
That's a 12.
12. Okay.
Do I need to make one too?
Do you want to check?
Yeah, I'll check.
Sure.
What about
you
Luxalia?
struggle.
What do you think?
Oh, that was a nat 1. The nat 1s are flying today.
Pulled up right now, so no.
I can roll a basic, just normal dice for her. How's that sound?
Sounds good.
All right, just whatever that number is. That's a natural 1.
Hey, me too. Me and Luxalia are at it.
Yeah,
Alright,
I mean, it
well,
just as far as you guys know, it just looks like a rock. I mean, again, clearly a door, but like a rock. However, one
Alright.
thing that you Yuki did notice is it looks like that there has been some shifting in like the mud or dirt below it,
Below it.
like on the floor, like where like the boulder is. Like it
Yeah.
looks like this thing has been moved.
Okay. Does there seem to be any traces of any other blood or mud smeared anywhere on the stone or the rock that might be like a secret door handle or anything?
Is there anything above it?
above,
That's a
like
choice.
up a little bit higher, like?
Yeah, like anywhere else on the cliffs? Yeah, like anything we can
Um,
see that.
Belbin, I'm gonna have you again. You guys have a very visual environment, so that's good. I'm glad you're using that. Belbin, go ahead and climb and look. While you're doing that, I'm gonna have you make a dexterity skill check for me at struggle.
Belbin, do you want me to fly you up there?
I can climb.
I can carry you like a baby.
10.
10. Yeah, you climb up, and because of that, I'm gonna allow you to make your knowledge skill check without any struggle.
Sick.
Okay. Ooh, knowledge. 11.
11. No blood, nothing that seems relatively odd. Although a little bit over to the right here, you do notice that there are some what looks like claw marks in the side. It's about like 3 feet from where this large boulder is.
Okay. Can I
What do
climb
you-
over there?
What do your Glyven eyes see, Belbin?
Oh yeah, Yuki, I see all these markings off to the side by a big boulder.
Is it eye level for me, or is it too high up for me?
Yeah,
doesn't matter. I'll fly up to it.
It's
I'll fly
about
up to
eye
it.
level.
Oh, okay, that's fine. I check him out and I run my fingers over the grooves.
Yeah,
Caressing
you run
them.
your fingers over the grooves, and one thing that you've noticed is it is deep claw marks inside this. Well, at least from what you can think are claw marks. I'm gonna have Yuki, as you're investigating it, I'm gonna have you make a focus skill check.
With struggle, I'm assuming.
Mm-hmm.
14.
14. These actually are not claw marks. From the initial look at it, they're not claw marks. It looks like stone has been used to carve out this.
Oh. Belbin, do you have that sword that you want? Do you want to insert that sucker?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right.
So there's not really a
Insert
place
that
to
sword.
insert it. You can like run the like sword up and down the surface of it, I guess. There's
Great.
not like a hole. It looks like basically like these like what looks like claw marks, but it's not like an animal claw that's done that. Like physical stone has been cast alongside of it to like make these marks. It's not really like where you can stick like a sword in it. I mean,
Okay. Well, is there stones that we can run through them? I guess.
yeah,
I don't know around?
There's plenty of all kinds of stones.
Alright.
I'm gonna have
I guess
each
you
of
try.
you make. I'm gonna have each of you make wisdom skill checks for me with struggle.
All right. It's a natural 1 with.
It's a natural
freaking-
one for me too.
Oh,
this
God.
is my 5th one today.
Struggles a bear.
It's a struggle. Can
Not even
Luxalia
true
roll?
natural ones. They haven't even been.
Luxalia, can you look at just a basic roll?
Yeah, she got a 2.
I'll do it. Oh. Oh man.
I'm gonna
We
say
need to
this:
sleep on
you guys are continuing to look, scouring all over the place. You have picked up on somewhat of a trail. However, each of you, in the process of looking, gain an additional point of weariness.
Oh no.
Dang.
The heck? It's hot. What does that do? What does 2 weariness do for us? Let's take a look. Oh boy. Where is it? Weariness. I'll read it to everyone out there listening so you can see how awful this is. Oh, I just don't know where it is. Weariness. Unless you have it, Fate Weaver, on ya at the moment. Hold up. Anyway, I don't know where it is. Okay. Can you read it for us?
Mm-hmm. So again, remember weariness +1 is bad news bears, but weariness +2 is so you need 24 hours of sleep in order to get rid of this. Skill, survival, and fate checks are made with struggle. Healing by health dice is reduced by half, rounded down.
Oh no. Oh no. We're gonna get wrecked, Belvin, trying to get in here.
Should we just go back to the camp? Call it a day.
However,
The guy with the red
You
bandana.
did. This
goes.
time wasn't spent for naught. One of the things that you've noticed is as you made your way investigating this area, what the trail itself didn't seem to be dragged through this direction, but back through here. There is mud encrusted on the stone here where this plant is. And upon further investigation, it looks like there is a stone that can be pressed.
All right, well, dude, do you want to do the honors, Belvin? Oh,
Let's
just
make
sweat
Luxalia
my
do
ass
it.
off. All right, Luxalia.
All right. So where is everyone going to be located for this?
Well, I guess I'll be behind Luxalia.
I am not going to be in front of the door. I'll be off to the side of the door.
Okay, which side?
not-
Right or left?
Left. I don't want to go that way. Yeah, the other way.
So everyone's kind of just in this general vicinity.
Yeah.
Luxalia,
Actually, can I go to the right? I want to be on the right, actually. If everyone's over there, I want to just be on the right.
So Bill makes his way over here, and Luxalia, she
Yeah.
goes, "Hey, look! I think I found something." And she goes and, with all of her might, she begins to push, and all of the dirt that's on there, like fresh mud, begins to fall away. It crumbles off, and immediately, the boulder becomes unturned.
Well, this was nice. This was a great adventure, wasn't it? Well, can we peek into the wonderful little cave? I guess the Cave of Magical Wonders.
Yes, you can do so.
Can I do it stealthily? And we just open the door. I doubt how stealthy we could actually be, but oh no.
So you make your way into this cave. Luxalia's kind of peeking around from behind. Yuki, you make your first steps into this cave. It's not as dark as you would assume. You can definitely tell that this is not subterranean. But one thing that you begin to hear is the sound of something big in the distance.
I think that's what I heard. Is that what I heard? Just the growling and grumbling of some language.
Yes. Except at
All right.
this point, it sounds like something is about ready to turn in for the night as you make your way closer up.
All right. Well, I'm going to make my way closer, but carefully.
Make a
I'm
stealth.
assuming everyone else.
Yeah, Belvin, what are you doing? Oh, can't hear you.
I was having Wi-Fi issues.
Okay.
Did you go into the cave?
Yeah. So we see the thing turning in for the night, and we're just going to investigate.
You
At
don't
least I
see
was.
anything. You hear.
Oh, we
something
hear it.
in the distance.
We hear something turning in for the night
or for the day.
or for the day.
For the day.
Uh,
Okay. Is it dark in the cave?
Relatively, but it's not so extreme where it's like subterranean status. I mean, there is
Okay.
a good amount of light that's being shed from this large entrance. So the entranceway, it's this rock, and the stone has been rolled off to the side, and it casts probably about a 15 to 18 feet tall cave.
Okay.
I'm sorry. What kind of check was this again?
So you're gonna go ahead and make a focus skill check with struggle.
14.
Okay. What, Elvin?
I'm assuming it's dark enough that I'll still have my stealth bonus.
Correct.
Okay.
Sick.
So I'll.
Yeah, it's darkness. It's not like sheer darkness, but it's darkness.
Yeah. Okay. I'll make my way in with Yuki and maybe a little bit off to the other side of her.
Okay. So like over in the right direction here.
Yeah. And
Okay. Go ahead and make a stealth check for me with struggle plus whatever bonuses. You
Okay.
can continue forward.
Yeah. I mean, it was a 14 that I rolled, so whatever
So you,
that
you make
entails.
your way about here. Belvin, Belbin's following somewhat closely behind, still behind this little corner. He's peering around the side. Yuki, you have come to a intersection. As you continue to go and gone deeper into this cave, you do hear a noise coming from the right. But you're peering into this left bigger chamber, and you can't see anything. You don't hear anything, except for in your right ear, you hear something big.
Yeah. Well, I make my way back quietly and divulge the information to both Luxali and Belbin as quietly as I can. So there's a fork in the road up ahead. Definitely the noise is coming from the right one. I don't hear or sense anything from the left. Do you think we should check that one out first, just to make sure there's nothing?
Yeah, I think
secretly
so.
hiding
So
there?
I can stealthily go and be the first one through.
Yeah,
trying to use stealth.
absolutely. So you're gonna take away you make your way into the left chamber.
Yeah.
Okay, you make your way. Make a stealth check for me. Again, struggle. Add your modifiers.
Okay. 17.
17.
Woo! I
Yeah,
know.
as you make your way into this chamber, you can't see a whole lot that's around you except for what's in your general immediate vicinity. You haven't noticed anything that's here except as you continue to walk, your feet have begun to walk on somewhat uneven ground. I'm gonna have you make a knowledge or a focus skill check for me to see what's at your feet.
Okay. Focus skill check. 11.
11. It looks like so all stealth is off. Basically, you're going to be everything in this room that you're going to be walking around. Your stealth is with struggle and despair.
Okay.
You are walking on a pile of bones mixed with what looks like some kind of metal slash all kinds of little like trinkets. You have stumbled upon to the horde of whatever this is.
Yikes.
What do you see, Belbin? I call after him, like quietly.
Yeah. I see a lot of bones, corpses. This is just like the leftovers of whatever thing is in here.
Is there anything at first glance that seems to be like of interest besides just bones and whatnot, or no?
Yeah, go ahead and roll a d8 for me.
Which one's the D8? 5.
5.
Oh, is this a loot roll? Or is this a scary roll? I don't like it. I don't like it. It's gonna be a snake. It's always the snakes. With our luck today, it's gonna be a snake. We have been rolling so bad.
I've been rolling. I've had so many. I haven't had a natural 16, and I've had so many natural ones.
No, why is this not working?
Oh, is it the new system you're using?
Oh, no, I don't
We
know
can
if
couch that for
I don't
another.
know if my
We can
computer's
couch that.
frozen or what, but oh no.
We can couch that
we'll
for
couch
another
that
day.
We'll couch that
Yeah.
until later. Oh, that's unfortunate.
All right.
What the
It's okay.
heck?
Next session. All right.
Oh, maybe. Oh, yep. Here we go. Never mind. We're good.
Hey, perfect.
All right. You said you rolled a 5.
Yeah, 5.
Around as you continue to look around, first I'm going to have you make a stealth check with despair and struggle.
That is a 9.
9. Yeah, you're kind of crunching around here as you're going through bones. One thing that you find is you find 300 ES.
Oh my gosh! Ever shillings.
In addition, in one of the corners you find another 300 ES.
Oh my gosh!
Dang.
You find...
This better be worth it for whatever we're about to fight. Oh no!
In addition, you find a gold ring.
Oh snap! Gold is a rare item, right?
Correct.
Oh my gosh.
That wasn't even a good roll.
No.
And you find a medium-sized ruby.
Whoa.
Holy cow.
Well, I'm going to just be like, okay. And I don't know if I should pocket this. I'm gonna pocket it really quickly. If I can be stealthy, if I can't be stealthy about pocketing it, I'm not gonna worry about it.
You're
'Cause I don't wanna
already
give
not
it-
being super stealthy to begin with. As you're
I mean,
going
but
through.
if it's gonna cause like extra commotion, I'm not gonna worry about it for now. I'm just gonna like note where they are because again, I don't want to be greedy.
You can
I just
try
wanna...
without causing extra commotion. You're gonna have to make a stealth check for me.
Oh gosh, would it be with freaking despair or whatever again?
Despair
Oh
and struggle.
no, I'm not gonna worry. I'm just gonna note where they are.
Hey, Weaver, what does despair do?
Despair
It's,
is a like disadvantage in D&D, so re-roll. Take the
Gotcha.
lowest.
Okay. Gotcha. Okay.
We have the
Belvin,
magic,
do you
I'm
want to
not
do
gonna worry
anything
about
in here?
Yuki, what do you think about just leaving, taking the loot and leaving this place?
I mean, I think that sounds like a good idea, but I don't know. Like, I can still hear. Was it snoring that I could hear down the right hallway, or is it just sounds?
Sounds, generally.
I don't know if I don't know if the thing's asleep yet, Belvin. I worry. Maybe we should wait a couple hours and come back. Maybe. I don't really want to fight it. Honestly, I really don't. With how our luck is today, maybe we should note this cave, grab what we can, and then come back with the rest of the party.
Belvin, do you want to attempt any loot rolls?
Can Luxalia?
Yeah, looks
I-
like you could.
Sweet.
I'll try a loot roll too.
She's not stealthy, FYI.
Oh. Well, you know, we're in the thick of it right now. I'm not trying to be greedy. I was looking. That's
Well,
all.
go ahead, Belvin, make a stealth check with despair and struggle. Sully's gonna do the same.
That was real good. 15.
15. All right, I'm gonna have you roll a D4 for me.
Okay.
Get a 4. Do it.
A 1.
Oh, nice. Freaking nice, Belvin.
I know. I was just happy to get 2 good rolls on the despair.
Yeah.
You end up finding one sapphire, small size sapphire.
Nice, Belvin.
Luxalia, she continues to walk through. By the way, her roll was a 4.
Nice.
And she just ching, chang, ching, clinks through all of this. She does get a roll. She got 2 to her roll here.
Shh, Luxalia, stop being so loud.
Yeah, she is just like kind of going through this. Something's kind of taken over her, and she finds a 600 ES, an additional 600 ES.
Well, I turned to Belvin. I'm like, oh, we're making this such noise. I guess we just get out of here. I don't want to risk this. And so,
And as
You
you
do, I'm tempted to go down the hall and just try to stealthily.
with how loud Luxalia is being, I don't think there's any stealth that's gonna be.
well, what do you guys want to do?
Well, Belvin, do you want to go investigate? If you want. Can I hear? Can I listen at the very least?
Yeah, make a
And
focus
see-
skill check for me.
All right. With. Okay. That's a 14.
14, you notice that there is something, and it's begun to move.
All right, it's moving, Belvin.
Yeah, maybe we should get out of here.
All right, I grabbed the things that I had that I saw, and I'm just booking it.
All right, yeah. As you guys
Look
make
at
it out to the crossroad juncture, one thing
Yeah.
that you see is a well, you're booking it now, so you're making all kinds of noise.
Yep.
You see a red bandana strapped to, or that looks like it has fallen off and is on the floor, leading in the opposite direction.
Oh. I actually stop and relay that. Like, I pick it up and I just run back into the room. I found this in the hall.
And I'll talk quietly. What if this is where the treasure chest led? We just got the loot, and whatever is guarding it got the guy because we saw it being drug in. I saw dragging marks.
Do you think we should hide in here, attempt to do that, and see if we can't surprise him? Seems like he's a coming. Is he coming? Can I hear him coming down the hall?
Something's moving, and it sounds
Down
like
the
it's
road he
moving
chugs.
close.
He's coming. I think we just hide.
Yeah, let's just hide. Let's hide.
I'll relate to Luxalia.
Alright, you guys all make your way back into the horde room, and what places are you guys thinking you want to hide?
Well, is there? Gosh, I mean, there's how deep
point
is the
with
pile?
your mouse. Point with your
Yeah.
mouse.
How deep is the pile itself?
The pile itself, it's not super duper deep. I mean, you guys have found everything that's in here.
Well, I'm going to go. I guess. Oh gosh, I'm gonna hide behind this little thing right here.
So you make your way back behind.
I'll be in the opposite corner. I'll be like right here-ish.
Like in this front corner right here, is there anything there that we can't see
What do you
as far as cover goes?
So you're behind this pillar. That's going to provide you as much cover as possible.
All right, maybe Luxalia right here.
Luxalia, I think, is going to try to attempt to hide back behind these.
Okay, she's small. She can fit. All right.
She goes ahead and hides. And as that happens, you begin to hear the sound of something heavy and stone dragging behind, and you hear this booming voice. And you see this hulking blue-skinned figure looking. It's not like super huge and muscular. It's kind of tall and slender, and it's carrying behind it what looks to be a stone battle axe. As it's coming in, it's got these huge tusks that are coming out. You have coming.
Do I understand? I know coded speech. Do I understand what the thing is saying?
You do not.
Okay.
As it walks into its horde and it sees that its horde is taken, and it goes. You have stumbled upon the den of a jungle troll.
Well, I'm gonna be quiet.
Me too.
I don't really feel like fighting that thing right now.
I'm gonna have you guys make
gosh.
stealth checks for me.
All right. Okay. It's not bad. I'm awful at stealth, but that's not bad.
Oh, yeah, it looks always stealth.
That's a 12.
I got a 16.
7 for Luxalia.
Oh, Luxalia!
It spots Luxalia in the back as she begins to rustle and it begins charging, and that is where we're going to end our session.
Gosh darn it! Oh.
We should have left her outside the cave.
We should have. Luxalia. Oh, it's fine. All right. Well, that's nice.
Yeah. So that's where we'll end it.
Nice.
When you guys listen back to this, like the entire time, I have like, troll sounds going on in the background, so that's fun.
Cool.
But any announcements, Dane, before signing off?
If you want to go back to the one screen, Kyle, just as always that we always do. Again, I'll just really quickly announce I will be moving back to 3 days a week starting next week as far as my normal streaming schedule goes. Again, Fantasy Forge Studios is my channel, so I do stream throughout the week, and we will be playing some Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild Master Mode, and we're going to be doing that on Monday, Tuesday, and Friday of next week, so that'll be nice. Get back into the thick of it with you guys. But we will also, we also do have ways for you to be able to support Everlast. Again, the best thing you guys can do is just being here and hanging out with each and every one of us. And we really, really do appreciate every single one of that. If you do want to share it, we do upload everything to YouTube. So feel free to share any of the videos if you want to. Again, getting exposure to this amazing game is incredibly important, especially for a game that's up and coming. So feel free to share it on Facebook, feel free to share it on YouTube, feel free to share it wherever, guys. And we would really, really appreciate that. For those of you who want to support financially, there's a couple ways you can do it. As you can see, we do have some merch. For example, we got some sweet T-shirts with each of the characters. We have basic Everlast merch with the logo,
Basic Fantasy
stickers,
Forge
magnets.
Studio merch.
But all of that money and stuff for that will go back into the creation of the game. Since we are self-publishing the game itself, it is quite a hurdle financially. So if you are able to give, we very much appreciate it. And if not, again, just being here and enjoying the adventure with each and every one of us here at Fantasy Forge Studios, we are more than happy to do that. And of course, sharing if you can.
And for
if you
those,
believe in this game.
Yeah, and
Go
for
ahead, Kyle.
those who are supporting the Patreon, remember,
Yes.
as you saw, the weariness is really beginning to grate a lot on these players. You are able to give the players Yuki, Belbin, Luxalia, Thordane, and Zill hope if you subscribe to the Patreon at the $5 a month level. Currently, right now, if for those like per month, the month that you like basically the first full month that you come in, you will be given at $5 level 1 that you can do, and basically all you have to do is in the chat be like, give this hope to, so it's hope, so it's a re-roll, take the higher value, give this hope to whoever you want. It can be for a specific role, or they can hold on to it until the end of the month. If they don't expend their hope at the end of the month, then they lose it. But every month, and then at the $10 level, you can do it 2 times per. And so that's one way to be able to do it. And you gain access at the $10 level to a lot of our old adventures and our old podcast of Everlast. So that's another kind of fun perk to be able to have. So if you want to make your way over to the Patreon, that's the way that you can actually be involved with us throughout and actually make a difference in the world of
As you can
Everlast.
see, we need it.
Yes, especially right now.
We
they
need it.
Yeah, absolutely.
No, but I mean, of course, we don't ever expect anyone to give financially. But those of you who want to and are willing to, of course, we're more than at your service and in your debt for doing so. Again, we believe in this game so much, and we think it'll bring awesome beauty to the world. As far as the tabletop RPG genre is kind of, there is no game really like Everlast, and that doesn't really have the same morals as Everlast. So if you guys believe in this game and what it pushes as far as what we're trying to get it to push, then that's one way to be able to support it. So we do have 2 options for that. So again, you can buy merch, or you can subscribe to the Patreon. Maybe later on we'll add some other things into here. But thank you. I think that's it for me. Congratulations, Connor, on the new baby.
Thank
Now that
you.
you're finally here. Congratulations.
Yeah,
That's
absolutely.
amazing.
Congratulations. That's amazing.
Thank you, guys.
Again, very, very family-centered. We want to be able to, you know, that's number one. Family's got to be the priority, and we really want to be able to spread that here on Fantasy Forge Studios. Additionally, though, if you have any questions, we're coming out with the Everlast podcast next week. If you have any questions, make sure you can send that on the Discord. I believe like you can tweet at Twitter at Fantasy Forge Studios.
At Forged Fantasy is our tag for it, and you can use the hashtag Ask Everlast, and then anything that's Ask Everlast at Fantasy Forge Studios or at Forged Fantasy can be questions. Also, yes, of course, like Kyle said, the Discord is a good way to put it. We have an Everlast section that you can put stuff in, and then of course on Facebook, any of our posts that are Everlast theme on Facebook, feel free to comment in there, and you can just feel free to put your questions for the podcast in there. Whether it be anything, whether it be a character's favorite food to a game mechanic that you didn't necessarily understand, or just anything in general, you guys can feel free to do so. But yeah, we've had some great people ask questions. For example, one of our wonderful moderators, Cole, in here has posted many a great question, which we will be answering in the next podcast. Noom as well, who has been lurking, I've been seeing, and yeah, so feel free to do that, guys. If you have any questions that you want to pertaining to these past 2 streams that we've had, or just anything in regards to Everlast or about us personally, feel free to ask those there. I am planning on opening up an Instagram here for Fantasy Forge Studios soon, and so hopefully we can get that going.
Oh, and
You can
also
post
if you like the terrain that we're using, like the special terrain, we
Yes.
actually have an unboxing video coming up of 2 years ago from Dwarven Forge. I purchased the Kickstarter for Wildlands, which was one of their very first like kind of nature sets. And I have a 2-part video that's going to be coming out of the Titan's Tooth Mega Build. So it's huge. It's a lot. It's really exciting. But go check out the YouTube for that, because that's going to be posted up there. So make sure you just go to the Fantasy Forged YouTube page, and it'll be great. Absolutely. I mean, it was a lot of fun to open. You guys can kind of just see the sheer amount of stuff, and especially how great of quality Dwarven Forge is when it comes to miniature terrain. Yeah, it's absolutely amazing, and really fun to be able to have. And it's like my adult toys kind of. So
well, especially since it's been 2 years in the waiting. It was supposed to come out 2 years ago, right? But then
the
COVID
vid happened, and I moved to Japan and all that kind of stuff, and it literally showed up this week. And so it was awesome. Really fun to be able to watch, and I finally have nature scenery to be using, which is perfect considering they're in a jungle right now. So it's really great. So if you want to go check out those videos, that should be coming up within the next week.
Yep. And again, all links to anything that we promoted are in the About section here. So if you go down to the bottom of the Twitch page, it should be the second option. There's just the normal homepage, and then there's the About section. Also, in our YouTube videos, I have everything linked in the description as well. So feel free to follow any of those links to anything you want. And again, if you guys do want to share, that's one of the biggest things you can do to help, is sharing any of the content to your own social medias, or like, hey, this is a great game that's coming out. Come check it out on Saturdays, every second and third Saturday of every month. Speaking of which, in June, we will be moving to our normal schedule. So June 11th, I believe, is our next one, right, Kyle?
Yep, June 11th, and then the following week after that. So yeah, it's good. Hopefully we keep coming out with really good, fun content for you as you join Eclaas Eeas.
And I hope those of you who have your hope that you can spend for the month from
Use
the
it.
Patreon,
You're paying for it.
Please help us with this. We're gonna need it. But thank you guys so much. I think that's it, Kyle. Do you wanna sign us out, get us out of here? And thank you everyone for hanging out with us today. Again, we love this game of Everlast, and I hope you guys are loving it just as much as we are. So, thank you.
May Lamia guide you. Thanks, guys.
Bye-bye.